When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Good evening and welcome to Marathon High School for tonight's non-conference matchup between the Pacelli Cardinals and your Marathon Red Raiders. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Tonight is senior night here at Marathon. We will be honoring our seniors after tonight's match. You will stick around for that. And it's also National Officials Association Week. So we would like to have a nice round of applause for our officials tonight, Nancy Shane and Jackie. Marathon and WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. And now for tonight's lineup. For the Cardinals, we have number 3, junior Ella Van Order. Number 12, sophomore Leah Bensky. Number 14, a sophomore Jaden Sword. Number 16, a senior Emma Renke. Number 17, a senior, Kaylin Yenter. A senior, number 24, Melania Cashin. And our libero tonight, a senior, number 7, Catherine Ilka. Head coach for the Cardinals is Mackenzie Gale, assistant coaches Angela Busnato and Carrie Huff. And now for your Marathon Red Raiders. Number 3, a freshman, Brindley Stetsel. A sophomore, number 4, Caitlin Love. A sophomore, number 5, Maven Schneider. A junior, number 11, Miley Helke. A junior, number 14, Emma Love. A senior, number 15, Kyla Heisey. And tonight's libero, a senior, number 8, Katie LeBlanc. The Red Raiders are coached by Nicole Schneider and Linnell Love, assisted by Paige Cook, Rihanna Seibert, and Ashley Gertchen. Good luck.
And with that, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Marathon High School for tonight's non-conference matchup between the Merriwood South representative, the Marathon Red Raiders, hosting the visitors from the CWC South, the Pacelli Cardinals. Both teams coming in with good records. Pacelli 17-10, and Marathon coming in at 15-9. Both teams sit second in their conference. Marathon sits behind Stratford in their first place in the Merriwood South, and Pacelli sits behind Pittsville. Again, their lone conference loss of the season. Both teams coming off wins, and on Tuesday, Pacelli swept Wild Rose in Stevens Point. Meanwhile, Marathon beat Edgar in 5 in their last time out. Jack Weber here with you. A good night for volleyball. Beautiful Thursday here in getting to the stages of mid-October. As Brindley Stencil will serve, it goes off Van Order up to Reinke. Reinke sending it back to Van Order, gets it back over to the center, controlled by Schneider, and hit over, and there is a kill for Caitlin Love. And an early 1-0 Marathon lead. Serving again, off Van Order. Back row, Elka up front. Going to set up Yenter. Yenter goes off of LeBlanc. Reinke sets up Elka. Back, adjusting and getting it over is Droik. LeBlanc up, setting it up for Love. And that goes off of Cashin. 2-0 Marathon. Nothing. Red Raiders lead early. Stencil serving once again. That goes off Cash and up to the front. Reinke going to set up Yenter. Yenter soft hit. Gets it back over. Stencil up front to Schneider. We got a whistle. And a point for Chile. Looks like Marathon might have ran into the net, and we will have a change of serve. As Annie Vaughn will come in, and she will serve as Ella Van Order will check out. Line drive serve. Goes off of Schneider, up, setting it up for Love. Vaughn saves it. Elka up front. Long adjustment for Zroik, and she ran into the net and the post. And a point for the Red Raiders. They lead 3-1. That was a tough play for Jaden Zroik to make. As Caitlin Love will serve for Marathon. Line drive serve off of Elka on the back row. Up to Cashin. Cashin bump set up to Yenter, and that goes off of Emma Love. And Pacelli gets that point back. It's 3-2. Cashin will check out. We'll see Courtney Carpenter for the first time tonight. Droik serving. Line drive serve off of Heisey. Love back. Heisey's going to hit one long out of bounds. No touch. And even at 3. Andres serve from Droik again. Dug out by LeBlanc. Up to Stencil. Sets up Heisey. Heisey dug out by Elka. Reinke calls for it. Sets up Carpenter. Carpenter, good adjustment. LeBlanc on the back row. That back up to Stencil. We got a whistle. And looks like they called a double hit on Brindley Stencil, and that is what they called. And Pacelli has their first lead of the night. Droik will serve once again. Aiming for that back line. Low serve goes off the top of the net. Heck of a save by LeBlanc, but a good hit there from Yenter as that goes off of Caitlin Love. And Pacelli extends their lead. That's a tough play. Good job by LeBlanc to recover from that. That went off the top of the net. It almost had a wicked ricochet. But a good adjustment, however, a point for Pacelli. Line drive serve. LeBlanc up front to Stencil. Going to send it back. Caitlin Love got it over. Dug out by Vaughn. Up to the front. Reinke. Awkward set over, but she gets it. There's a setup. Soft hit from Emma Love, and that goes out of bounds. And another point for Pacelli. Droik line drive serve off of LeBlanc. Up to Stencil. Going to set it back, and Love is blocked by Yenter and Carpenter. And she's blocked again. Still saved, and getting it over is Caitlin Love. Dug out by Vaughn. Elka sets up Carpenter. Carpenter gets it over. It goes off of Love. Up to Stencil. Stencil going to set up Heisey. Heisey on the back row. Droik gets it over. There is Love, and she got the kill. Wasn't an easy point for Emma Love, but she got it. Finally was able to expose that empty backside. And a good placement by Emma Love, and the lead is cut to 6-4. Emma Love now serving, and that goes right into the net. So a quick side out As Leah Fensky will come back in, Yenter will check out, and Katie Elka will now serve. Libero off the top of the net, dug out by Schneider. Heisey gets it over, off of Elka to the front row. Reinke going to set up Carpenter. Good adjustment, she got it over. Heisey again, soft hit, and she exposes the empty zone. Out of the reach of Annie Vaughn. And it's 7-5. Even Schneider serving for Marathon. She gets it over. Vaughn up the front. Reinke sets it back to Carpenter, and a soft hit by Carpenter. She gets it over. Here's an adjustment, getting it over. Nice save there by Vaughn. Fensky gets it back over. Stenzel sets up and it sent one long and out of bounds by Miley Helke. And Annie Vaughn will check out. Ella Van Order will come back in, and Emma Reinke will serve for the Cardinals, who lead 8-5 early in the first set. Line drive serve off of Love, setting up Stenzel. Stenzel sends that one long and out of bounds. And back-to-back plays where the Red Raiders have just not been able to get the right placement on those kill attempts. Reinke serving once again. Reinke, line drive serve off of Love, up to Schneider, back. Love adjusts, gets it over. High hit by Elka off the ceiling. That was a tough play. It fell right between Reinke and Van Order. And Marathon will take over on serving as Helke's going to come out. Regan Martin will come in, and Kyla Heisey will now serve for the Red Raiders. Heisey off of Elka. Reinke calls for it. It's going to set up Carpenter, and she'll send that one long out of bounds. Lead trimmed a bit, 9-7. Off of Elka to the front row. Reinke sets it back. Van Order had to make an adjustment. Good adjustment by Ella Van Order. LeBlanc on the back row. Set it up for Love. She gets it over. Dug out by Elka. Reinke overpass, and it lands right between Heisey and Schneider. And Pacelli takes a 10-7 lead. Carpenter will come out cash and will come back in, and she will serve for the Cardinals. With Pacelli leading 10-7 here in the first set. Drive serve off LeBlanc to the front, and hitting it back is Martin. Reinke at the front, and good adjustment by Droik. I think she was going for a kill. She had to just bump it over. And Martin gets it over. Elka up to the front. Van Order soft hit. Heisey sets up Schneider, gives it back. Love is blocked. Love got it right back. Is that going to get over? And we got a whistle, and Van Order ran into the net. As Martin will check out, and we'll see Emma Love come back in. As LeBlanc will serve. Goes off of Droik to the front. Reinke back, and Droik the kill. Heck of a placement there by Jaden Droik. Hard-hitting sophomore. Lead back to 3. As Caden Nelson will check in and will serve. It's Nelson, Reinke, Droik, Yenter, Van Order, and Cashin. Heisey to the front. Schneider, and that's Emma Love. She's blocked, and Yenter tried to make an adjustment. Droik tried to clean it up. She can't. And it's 11-9. Drive serve that sneaks over. That's an ace. Wow. What a placement there by Stenzel. Stenzel again. Off Elka on the back. Reinke makes a run on it. Sets it up for Van Order. Had to make an adjustment, and she can't get it over. That was 3 hits. And we are all even at 11. Stenzel again. Off the top of the net. That goes off. Cash, and Yenter somehow saves it. We got a whistle. And that'll be a point for Marathon. I think they're going to maybe call an illegal hit. That was a little suspicious. Stencil will serve once again. Elka on the back. Long run for Reinke. Van Order over. She gets it over. Heisey up front to Stencil. Stencil sets up Caitlin Love, and that went into the net. I don't think it was even blocked. And Pacelli has even the score at 12. And they will serve once again as Annie Vaughn will come in to serve. Tonight's game is brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. That's an ace by Annie Vaughn, by the way. LeBlanc let that one go. It was close, but it snuck in. I could see that from here. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Vaughn again. Off of Heisey on the back. Good adjustment by Love near the bench. Getting it over is Stencil, and she finds the line. That hit the line. It did. What a play by Brinley Stencil. Caitlin Love serving. Off of Vaughn, I should say. Cashin over to Elka. She gets it over. LeBlanc on the back row. Sets up Stencil. Now back. Emma Love sent it long. Not by much. Just a little too much on it. Troik will serve. Carpenter will come back in. Cashin will come out. These are two very evenly matched teams. Similar records, similar places in the conference. Heisey, and that was tipped at the line, but a kill for Kyla Heisey no matter. Went off of Reinke and Yenter as Emma Love will serve for Marathon. Competitive first set here in Marathon City. Off of Elka, high hit. Reinke calls for it. Back to the center. Now setting up Yenter. She gets it over. Center Stencil. Back. Caitlin Love into the net. And Pacelli back on top. Back and forth we go. Rural Mutual of Wausau has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Can't do that read apparently as Elka, that snuck in. Yeah, that's the second time tonight that Katie LeBlanc has let one go. And again, those are tough because you think they're going to have more on them, and then they just land right before the line. Elka off the top of the net, dug out by Schneider, hit back over by Yenter, saved by LeBlanc. Schneider tries to save it, she can't. And she almost flies over a chair. The lead is 3 for Pacelli. She looks to be okay. That's the most important thing. And now Coach Schneider and Coach Love will call a timeout. We will step aside. Pacelli on top in the first set. Back after this.
Pacelli Funeral Homes has been serving the Stevens Point and Plover area with the very best in funeral services. Today, as a fourth-generation local business, Pacelli Funeral Homes takes pride in helping members of our community when they need it most. The loss of a loved one carries so many challenges and often comes with so many questions. Find answers, professional services, and all the compassion and support you'd expect at Pacelli Funeral Homes, with locations in Stevens Point and Plover, and online at PacelliFuneralHome.com.
17-14 Pacelli on top in the first set. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports. Fill your home with the best from home furniture, sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Stop by and kick your feet up and find the perfect fit for your home. Home Furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. Elka serving still. Cardinals lead by 3. Off of LeBlanc. Schneider to the center. And making an adjustment, getting it over is Helke. Reinke back. Carpenter blocked. And that is a block. And a successful one for Schneider and Helke. Schneider the main contributor on that block. Helke was there to help. And lead back down to 2 as Maven Schneider will serve. Troik on the back row to Elka. Gets it up to Carpenter, dug out by LeBlanc. Schneider, Heisey tried to make an adjustment. That was a tough play for Kyla Heisey, and it goes into the net. And Pacelli back up by 3. Reinke will serve. Reinke Off of Love. LeBlanc calls for it. Up to Stenzel. Stenzel got it over. Ball is hit to the line. Dug out by Elka. And Reinke got it over. And it goes between two Red Raiders, both Schneider and Love. And it's a point for Pacelli. 19-15 Cardinals here in the first set. And both these teams, again, Marathon has two non-conference matchups to end the season. Reinke serving as Stenzel set that one up to Schneider, dug out, and Van Order gets it over. Nice play by Carpenter to set that one up and Van Order to finish it. Heisey is blocked, but it lands on the side of Pacelli. Went off for Reinke. Lead is down to 3. Again, Marathon, they play this one tonight, and then they'll travel on the road next Tuesday to take on Mosinee. Meanwhile, for Pacelli, they have a conference game next Tuesday. They're on the road at Port Edwards, and that is the last game of the regular season for both of these teams. Playoffs will start a week from Tuesday, and how about that play by Martin and Love? Namhach on it, does the damage, lead back down to 2. Heisey serving. Heisey, high hit off of Elka. Reinke calls for it, sets up Fensky, she was blocked. Reinke back, Van Order gets it over. Heisey, and getting it over is Schneider. Reinke back, Van Order. Van Order dug out by Schneider. Reinke back, and Carpenter is blocked, but it went off of Martin. Stenzel was also in the mix. Pacelli back up by 3. As Milena Cashin will serve. For Pacelli. Line drive off LeBlanc, and that's going to be an ace. That had some heat on it. I think LeBlanc was maybe thinking about letting that one go. And now Marathon will call another timeout as they trail by 4. Got a whole slate of games going on tonight. We had some early ones. We had a soccer game. Pacelli was at Northland Lutheran tonight. Not that far from here, about 10 or 12 miles from here in Cronenwetter. As our timeout about to be over. Pacelli won that game, by the way, 2-0. We had some swimming going on. Wisconsin Rapids was at Spash. That's not a score you can really confirm due to the fact that it's not easy to really just report a score. Loyal and Columbus Catholic about ready to get going in girls volleyball. Newman Catholic is at DC Everest tonight in volleyball. Pittsville's at Assumption, and Kaukauna is at Kimberly. So a couple of games tonight, football tomorrow, full slate of games tomorrow. I'll be in Mosinee tomorrow, just down the road from here basically. Heisey off the net, Schneider saves it, and Stenzel back. Reinke sets up Van Order. Van Order, ball was tipped, and getting it over as Martin goes off a cash and saved by Reinke. Can Van Order get it over? She can. Schneider calls for it, Love gets it over, Elka on the back. Reinke, a little bit of time, Zroik. That goes off of Heisey, and Martin. Van Order gets it back over. Love sends it long, no tip. And the lead is 5. And that'll be sent long and out of bounds. (22-18). LeBlanc serving. Off of Zroik to the center. Reinke got it over, exposes the empty zone. I think that hit the floor. It did. That's what the call was. And Pacelli on top, 23-18. And Pacelli swept Wild Rose on Tuesday. That was back in Stevens Point. Good quality conference win for Coach Gale and the Cardinals. Kaden Nelson serving. On drive dug out by Heisey. Schneider sets up Emma Love. She's blocked. Yenter and Van Order. And it is set point. game point, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what the right term is. Set, game, it's set one. We'll just put it that way. It's game point. Nelson again. Off a high Z to the front. Schneider back. And Love, she's blocked. Schneider got it back. And Emma Love, and looks like Pacelli ran into the net. It might have been Van Order. So Marathon not done yet in this first set as Brindley Stencil will come on to serve. 3 in the back, 3 in the front. Stencil off Van Order, Reinke in the front. Sets up Joik. Ball was tipped. And that is set 1 to the Cardinals. 25-19, a competitive first set goes the way of Pacelli. We'll be back after these commercials. Set 1, 25-19. Pacelli beats Marathon. They're up 1-0 on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Fine has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Set 2 about to commence here on Zaleski Sports as Pacelli takes set 1, 25-19 here in Marathon City. Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with more than 30 flavors of brats along with chicken, steaks, beef, and more. They've got specialty grocery and deli meats, pasta and potato salads, twice-baked potatoes, and plenty of other Wisconsin meats, cheeses, and local products. Find it all under one roof at Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. And Pazarski Funeral Home has been serving the Stevens Point and Plover area with the very best in funeral services. This 4th-generation local business takes pride in helping members of our community when they need it most. Place your trust in Pazarski Funeral Homes with locations in Stevens Point and Plover and online at pazarskifuneralhomes.com. Coach Gale had to like what she saw from her defense in that first set. A lot of blocks helped Pacelli take that first set. It was back and forth. Was tied at 14. Pacelli was able to pull away, end the game on an 11-5 run. For her new coach, Coach Mackenzie Gale, has had a very successful debut season for the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals. Annie Vaughn will serve to start things out. Line drive serve off of LeBlanc in the back. Up to Schneider. Back. Emma Love. Ball was tipped. Elka calls for it. Reinke back. Adjustment by Joik. Called for by Schneider. Back. Caitlin Love. Soft hit, and it does the job. 1-0 Marathon. That was a nice play there by Caitlin Love. Didn't hit it that hard, out of the reach of Annie Vaughn. Line drive serve off of Elka. Reinke sets it back. Joik off LeBlanc. Caitlin Love makes an adjustment. Joy to the center. Reinke got it over. It goes off of Stencil. Ball was tipped. We got a whistle. Lands on the side of Pacelli. No whistle. I apologize. I misheard. 2-0 Red Raiders. Exactly how the first set started. Marathon jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Pacelli responded quickly. Van Order. And sorry, that went off of Elka. I apologize. That's an ace for Brindley Stencil. And that goes into the net. So side out. Lead is 3-1. As Cashin will check out, Carpenter will come in. What we've seen all through the night so far. Courtney Carpenter has played some very good minutes so far for Coach Gale and the Cardinals. Joy got it over. Off a high Z to the center. And Stencil sets up Schneider. And Reinke might have went into the net. That's what the call was. It's 4-1 Marathon. As Caitlin Love will serve for the Red Raiders. Dug out by Vaughn. High hit. Carpenter can't make the adjustment. That was a tough play for Courtney Carpenter. Just a little too much hook and too much distance from Annie Vaughn. 5-1. Caitlin Love serving again. Marathon off to a good start in the second set. High hit. Vaughn, better adjustment that time. Reinke sets up Yenter. She's blocked. And the last touch by Pacelli. All right, 6-1. Caitlin Love serving once again. A Marathon off to again, I said a good start earlier, but a very good start. Off of Joik in the back, Reinke in the center. Sets up Yenter. Soft hit. And that one does the job for Kaylin Yenter. And it's 6-2. As Katie Alka will serve for Pacelli. Alka again. Line drive into the net. That doesn't help when you're down 6-2. And a quick side out. As Miley Helke will check out. Sorry, we'll check in. Katie LeBlanc will check out. Emma Love. Elk on the back. Reinke sets up Fensky. How about that speed on that one from Leah Fensky? And it's 7-3. No chance for Caitlin Love in the back. Leah Fensky got the right angle, and she got all of that kill. And it's 7-3. Emma Reinke will serve for Pacelli. Cardinals trail by 4. Off LeBlanc in the back row, and that's sent long out of bounds. Good play there by LeBlanc. She's had a couple of those not go her way tonight. That one did. And a good adjustment there and a good decision not to hit that back. Getting it over to Schneider off of Elka. Hit her on the upper arm. And Carpenter gets it over. We got a whistle. I think Carpenter might have stepped over the line. And that is the call. 9-3. Marathon up by 6 to start things out. Elka to the front. Reinke sets up Van Order. She gets it over. Back row. High Z sends that one wide out of bounds. Just a little more to the right. That would have been a perfectly placed hit from Kyla Heisey. Wasn't hit that long. It just was hit a little wide to the left. Cashin got it over. Off of Stencil. And Helke is blocked. Fensky. Here's Cashin again. Cashin line drive out of bounds. You just see a little bit more poise and a little bit more discipline from Coach Schneider and Coach Love's team. Heisey got it over. Fensky to the center. Reinke. And Van Order is blocked. That's actually Droik who set up Reinke. It doesn't matter. That's Regan Martin. One of 2 freshmen that have made a big difference. Her and Brindley Stencil. Heisey again. Off of Elka in the back. Up to Reinke. Reinke calls for it. Now sets up Droik. We got a whistle and a double hit. Isla Heisey serving. Low looping serve, dug out by Elka. And Droik gets it over to Reinke, who gets it over. And Schneider, we got a whistle, and I think Schneider ran into the net. That is the call. 12-6. Kaden Nelson will serve. It's Nelson, Cashin, Reinke, Droik, Fensky, and Van Order. For Pacelli. Nelson got it over. Off of Stenzel in the back. Schneider back. And Love is blocked. And that is going to be a point for Marathon. It was sent wide of the line. There's Katie LeBlanc. Off of Elka. Reinke back. Van Order. Soft hit over. Heisey back to the center. That is Schneider trying to set up Stenzel. She is blocked by Yenter and Droik. 13-7. I can't imagine any way that wouldn't have been. Oh boy. Even Schneider is struggling to stand right now. We gotta. Let's see Allison Pajaski check in for Marathon. Sophomore again. This is a very young team. Marathon only has 3 seniors, and one of them is not playing. That's Shenpeng Pakatong. So it's 13-7 after the injury break. Vin Schneider being checked out by Pam Warren, the athletic trainer for Marathon. Here's Annie Vaughn serving. Line drive right into the net. Brindley Stenzel will serve. Stenzel. Cashin. I don't know if that was Elker or Cashin. And Yenter just got it over. Hit the top of the net. Stenzel back. Caitlin Love dug out by Cashin. Elka calls for it. Now sets up to Droik. Droik got it over. Stenzel center. And nice play there by Yenter on the adjustment. That's not an easy play. It looks easier than it actually is. Cashin will check out. Carpenter coming in. Jaden Droik will serve for Pacelli. Here's Droik. Line drive serve. Off of Heisey to the front. Stenzel sets up Caitlin Love. Vaughn calls for it. Reinke sets up Carpenter. Carpenter, it goes off of Heisey and off the wall. And it's 14-9. Droik again. And that is saved by Pajaski, and that's blocked by Yenter. That was Emma Love. Made the hit, 14-10. Lead that was once 7, is now 4. There's Droik again. And that's off of Pajaski to the center. And Stenzel sets up Love. Ball was tipped. Vaughn, Reinke, Yenter got it over. Saved by LeBlanc. Stenzel, Caitlin Love. Ball was tipped, and there's a kill for Caitlin Love. Caitlin Love now serving after she made that kill. Dug out. Elka calls for it back. Carpenter got it over. Love over. Droik to the center. Reinke. Carpenter on the left. Carpenter hit the top of the, I think that might have hit the post. It's 16-10. Love. Off of Elka. Troy calls for it, gets it back up, and Reinke will get it over. Emma Love sets up Stenzel. Now back. Emma Love off of Elka and a kill. Love dug out by Vaughn. And Reinke and Yenter ran into each other. And the lead is 8, and now Coach Gale wants a timeout. That's a smart move by Coach Gale. Marathon feeling good right now, up by 8. As we'll take a commercial break, we'll be back after this.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Back after the timeout. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration system needs. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. And Sandin Carpet 1 on Post Road Plover is here to floor you with all the best your carpeting and floor needs. Whether you are home or business, you'll find help with choosing the right look and material to bring you flooring to the next level. That's Sandin Carpet 1 on Post Road in Plover. Sorry, that was Yenter. That goes off of LeBlanc. I had to fix my score board here. 18-11. Marathon has led the entire way. Pacelli has not led in this second set. Pacelli took the first set 25-19. Marathon inching a little closer to trying to even this one up. They lead by 7. Goes off of Love on the back. Stenzel back. Emma Love. That goes off of Vaughn. Joy calls for it. Elka on the back. High hit. She gets it over. Emma Love to the center. Stenzel back. Emma Love. She's blocked. And we got a whistle. And Fensky or Reinke ran into the net. That's been an issue for Pacelli tonight. Sometimes you just can't help. It's tough sometimes to not do that. You're having to play so close to try to make defensive plays. Lead is 8. Emma Love will serve. Love. And that sneak in. It did. It certainly looked like it went in. That looked in to me, and I believe that's the right call. Coach Gale does not agree. Emma Love off of Vaughn to the center. Elka and Reinke. Wow, what a play by Emma Reinke to get that over. Reinke got it over. It finds the open space, and that goes off of Caitlin Love. And it's 20-12. An order will come in, and Vaughn will come out. Yeah, this is the only time these two teams will meet. They will not play in the postseason, different divisions. Reinke got it over. Stenzel the center, and that is a kill by Fensky. Didn't quite have enough by Pajaski. Just trying to get that to Heisey. 20-13. Reinke serving once again. Reinke dug out. Pajaski back, and Helke gets it over. Elka to the front. Reinke back. Carpenter makes an adjustment. Goes off of Stenzel. Heisey back. Pajaski, she's blocked. And that landed on the line. Might have even been tipped. Either way, it is a point for Pacelli, 20-14. Here's Reinke again. Off of Stenzel, up to Heisey. Heisey sends it back. Helke makes an adjustment off of Elka, back to the center. Reinke send it back. Droik got it over. Ball was tipped at the line, saved. Stenzel back. Heisey makes an adjustment off of Zroik with the set to Reinke. Now Elka calls for it. She got it over. LeBlanc saves it for Marathon. Stenzel and Pacelli sends that one wide out of bounds. 20-15. Reinke again. Front to Heisey from Stenzel. Back. Caitlin Love dug out by Elka. Reinke got it back over. She's blocked. Fensky gets it over, and LeBlanc saves it on the back. Love sent long out of bounds. Coach Yale wanted to let that one go. Smart play. 20-16. Here's Reinke again. Off of Stenzel. Heisey gets it over. Elka calls for it. Reinke is going to set up Van Order. Van Order into the net. That ends a 5-0 Pacelli scoring run. The lead back to 5 for Marathon as Allison Pajelski will serve for the Red Raiders. Off of Zroik. High hit. And what a adjustment there by Helke. Not much on it. Does the damage. Again, I think Emma Reinke didn't really make a play on it. She was afraid she was going to run in the net. Again, as I said, that's been a problem for Pacelli tonight. Pajelski dug out by Zroik. Reinke back. Van Order makes an adjustment. High hit, and that is sent way wide. And Marathon inching even closer to a set 2 win, and Coach Gale will call a timeout. 23-16. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com to score big with trusted, local, affordable service. And the culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. We all know that. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Felt's Dairy Store. Family, food, and fun. Been there a couple of times. Very nice place there. Very good facility. And if you're from Wisconsin, you can't go wrong. Got good ice cream, got good cheese. Whole lot of selections and a lot of fun stuff for the kids. I say that as if I'm old. I'm only 21 years old, and I say bring out the kids. If that doesn't make me look old and inexperienced, I don't know what does. 23-16 Marathon on top. Allison Pajelski serving. Dug out by Zroik to the center. Reinke calls for it. Now sends it back. Carpenter got it over. Ball was tipped. Pajelski up to Stenzel. Back. Heisey makes an adjustment, and Heisey into the net. 99 times out of 100, Kyla Heisey probably converts that. She just didn't have the right height on that one. It was a little too high on a lower place ball. Carpenter checks out. Cashin will serve. Cardinals trail by 6. Cashin got it off of Caitlin Love in the back. Love back off of Elka. Saved by Fensky. And Zroik gets it over. Caitlin Love on the back up to Stenzel. Stenzel going to set up Heisey. Heisey soft hit. Zroik calls for it. Reinke back. Fensky, and we got a whistle. And I think that might have been an illegal hit. And it will be game point here in set 2 for Marathon. Trying to even it up at a game apiece. Heisey will serve. Heisey off of Zroik. Reinke calls for it. Reinke got it over. Saved by Heisey. And Love has to get it over. She can't. So Pacelli stays alive at least for another point in this second game. As Kaden Nelson will come in to serve. Nelson, Cashin, Reinke, Zroik, Fensky, Yenter and Van Order. I apologize. Here's Nelson. High hit, and that'll be sent long out of bounds. And set 2 goes to Marathon. Had to wait to see what the rest signal. It took about a split second, but it was sent long behind the line, and Marathon evens at 25-18, the final in set 2. All even at 1. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back for set 3. You're watching High School Volleyball on Zaleski Sports. It's Pacelli and Marathon. This presentation of High School Volleyball on Zaleski Sports is brought to you by Hoff Favor Realty. We'll be back after these messages.
Hello, Wisconsin. Jake Feltz here from Feltz's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Bring the whole family for fall fun 7 days a week from September 21st to October 26th. Whether you're exploring one of our 3 corn mazes, picking out the perfect pumpkin, or bouncing on our giant jumping pillow in the fun farm, there's something for everyone this fall at Feltz's Dairy Store. Feltz's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Food, family, and fun.
In every department at Doll Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Doll Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Doll Auto, simple.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
Marathon takes set 2, 25-18, back after the commercial break. Set 3 about to start here in Marathon City between 2 good teams from 2 competitive conferences. And Pacelli coming in on the year 17-10. They started off really well, hit a little bit of a rough patch, especially when they went to that invite in Chippewa Falls, lost all 5 games, didn't win a single set. They've turned it around a little bit, a couple of wins and a couple of losses in their last few outings. Marathon 15-9. Again, neither of these teams will win their conference due to the fact that Pittsville is undefeated and Pacelli does not have a head-to-head advantage against the Panthers. They lost to Pittsville in Stevens Point a few weeks ago, 3-1. So CWC South will be locked up. It'll be the 3rd different conference champion in the last 3 years. Again, 2 seasons ago, Tri-County won the conference. Last year, Pacelli won, and this year it'll be Pittsville. And Marathon will have to lose the Marywood South Conference crown to Stratford. Congratulations to the Stratford Tigers, most likely locking down that Marywood South Conference championship. Again, Marathon fell to Stratford 3-1 in Stratford, so they do not have the head-to-head advantage. Stencil serving to start things out. There is Joik with a kill, 1-0. Pacelli. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 1-0 Pacelli. I apologize about that. Almost gave a point to Marathon. Annie Vaughn will serve for the Cardinals. Pacelli chipped away a little bit. They were down 20-11. They made it 20-16, but they just couldn't respond after that. Vaughn got it over. Heisey in the back, up to Stencil. Sets up Emma Love. Emma Love off of Elka, up to the front to Reinke. Reinke back, Joik, and saved by LeBlanc. Heisey back to the center. LeBlanc, could she get it over? She can, but it will be sent out of bounds. Marathon did everything right to try to get that one back over, but Katie LeBlanc just sent that one a little bit too wide to the left. Vaughn, and that doesn't make it over. So a side out, it's 2-1. As Caitlin Love will now serve for the Red Raiders. And as I said, Marathon will travel to Mosinee next Tuesday. I will actually be calling that one, so all you Marathon fans, you get the fun of me for 2 straight games as Elka got it over. Love calls for it. And Stencil sets up Emma Love, and that adds some heat. And some fire from Emma Love. And we're all even at 2. You know, I never played volleyball. I just don't understand how anybody could stop those. I'd probably just coil in fear from getting a volleyball hit at me at that speed. And that goes in the net for Caitlin Love. Just not enough height on it. Had enough power. Pacelli back on top. And Jaden Droik will serve for the Cardinals. Got it over, off of Caitlin Love, Stencil back, Emma Love makes an adjustment, off of Droik in the back row. Reinke, soft hit over, and what's the call? I haven't seen a signal yet. And I think they're just going to replay the point. They couldn't make a decision. It was very close. I could have seen it called either way. You're probably talking about a matter of inches from that line. Here's Droik serving again on the reserve, and that's an ace. Out of the reach of LeBlanc. Again, had that call gone Pacelli's way, I could have seen it. Looked close to the line, but had they called it against as a point for Marathon, I could have understood it as well. It was one of those bang-bang plays. And Love, it was set up by LeBlanc, but she was blocked by Kaylin Yenter. Pacelli on top 5-2. Pacelli did not lead at all in that second set. They lead by 3 to start things out here in set 3. Droik dug out by Caitlin Love, sets up Emma Love, now back. And we got a whistle, and I think Heisey ran into the net or across the line, or might have even actually ran into the ref's station. 6-2. Droik off of LeBlanc, Emma Love back, sets up Caitlin Love, off the top of the net, and that landed in. It might have landed right on the line, still counts just the same, and it's 6-3. So Emma Love will now serve, and LeBlanc will come out, and Miley Helke will come in. Here's Emma Love serving. Off of Vaughn, an awkward hit, and Reinke out of the reach of Courtney Carpenter. That would have been a tough play. It's 6-4. Dug out by Droik. Reinke up front, now back. Yenter off of Stencil. And a kill for Kaylin Yenter. Dull Automotive in Stevens Point has over 1,300 vehicles, but they want more, so they'll offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicle. Then you can shop dullauto.com for the best selection in the area, or stop in and see them at Dull Honda just off Stanley Street, or at Dull Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Reinke sets up Carpenter off of LeBlanc, tough play, and Pajarski saves it back to the center to LeBlanc. Carpenter soft hit over, Pajaski back to the center, Helke makes an adjustment, got it over Vaughn, saved by Reinke, now Carpenter, instead it'll be Elka hitting it over. Pajaski back to the center, now sets up Helke again, she's blocked by Leah Fensky. And now Marathon will call a timeout. Pacelli looking a little more comfortable in this third set. They're up by 4. Be back after this.
Imagine if your orthopedic clinic, surgery center, and physical therapy were all in one place with one team. At Stevens Point Orthopedics, you'll have a clinic where a friendly voice always answers your call. If you need further care, it's a short walk to meet our surgery center team, or down the hall to meet a group of our physical therapists. There is one space and one team for the best orthopedic care in central Wisconsin. That's Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment and hometown care.
(8-4) Pacelli in this third set. This non-conference volleyball matchup on Zaleski Sports. You want delicious? You got it at the Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. A great variety of breakfast options that keep you coming back for more, to go along with lunch specials, Friday fish and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch, only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. The Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Fleet Farm is here to help you gear up for hunting season. Shop their huge selection of scouting and concealment must-haves, safety essentials, and Blaze Orange gear. Shop the entire selection of hunting gear from all the top brands today at Fleet Farm. Katie Elka will serve out of the timeout taken by Coach Schneider. Off of Love in the back, and that was a tough play for Miley Helke after it went off a Stencil. It's 9-4 Pacelli. Bianca serving. Yeah, no Maven Schneider anymore. She got hurt. She left. She looked in a lot of discomfort. That goes off of Caitlin Love. And it's 10-4. It's Katie Elka again. Elka got it over off of Caitlin Love. LeBlanc saves it back to the center. Stenzel gets it over. Elka up front to Reinke. Now sets up Fensky, and Leah Fensky a kill. And don't forget that tonight is Game 4 of the ALDS. Tigers and Guardians were tied last time I checked. It was 2-2. Guardians lead 4-3 in the top of the ninth. And the Yankees lead the Royals 1-0. Heading into the bottom of the fourth. Up front to Stenzel. Now she'll set up Helke. Got it over. Dug out by Vaughn. Reinke hit it over. Saved by Love. Helke, Pajaski. In the back, Vaughn controls. Reinke back. Joik dug out, and that'll be out of bounds from Caitlin Love. And it's 12-4. Not a bad dig attempt by Caitlin Love, but sent wide of the mark and into the stands. And Katie Elka on a roll behind the line, as well as the Pacelli Cardinals. They lead by 8. Elka off of Love in the back. Helke, she's blocked, but it lands on the side of Pacelli. Last touched by Reinke or Fensky, one of the two. It's 12-5. Pajaski. Vaughn up to Reinke, and Fensky's blocked. That's Helke and Heisey. 12-6. Pajaski again. Off of Vaughn up to Reinke. Now sets up Fensky. Fensky! Long out of bounds. That was close. Looks like it was just sent a little bit far behind the back line. Here's Pajaski again. Off of Vaughn. Elka sets up Carpenter. Carpenter makes an adjustment. She's blocked. Elka saves it. Reinke in the center got it over. And, wow, LeBlanc and Caitlin Love just were not on the same page in that scenario. As Vaughn will check out, Van Order will come in. Reinke will serve. Stenzel. And Heisey set that up. I don't think Helke was expecting that. I thought she maybe thought Heisey was going to hit it over. I don't really know what happened there. Just a miscommunication. Maybe it wasn't even put. Maybe Helke was expecting it, just wasn't put in the right spot. Reinke got it over off of LeBlanc. Stenzel now sets it up. LeBlanc got it over. Carpenter to the center to Reinke. Now on the right to Van Order. Off LeBlanc. Pajaski. And getting it over is Heisey. Reinke in the center. Now sets it back. Carpenter. Carpenter. It was blocked, but it lands on the side of Marathon. That was Stenzel and Helke. And Pajaski in the back. She's played some good minutes. Again, one of the younger members of this and the future of this Red Raider volleyball team that went off of Heisey. She tried to get that up to Stenzel. And Pacelli has a 9-point lead. And this is a much different team than we saw in the second set. More like what we saw in the first set. Reinke, soft hit, dug out by Love, saved by Stenzel. Reinke now back. Van Order sends it wide, out of bounds. That's a big point for Marathon and a side out. As Kyla Heisey will serve, Martin will come in for Helke. It's Martin, Pajaski, Stenzel, Caitlin Love, Kyla Heisey, and Katie LeBlanc for Marathon. Joik in the front. Reinke sets up Fensky. Fensky dug out by LeBlanc. Stenzel set up Martin. Joik on the back calls for it. Up to Reinke. Now back. Carpenter. Carpenter the kill. Courtney Carpenter. And the lead is 9. Elena Cashin will serve. Cashin Off of Heisey in the back, up to Stencil. Now setting up Caitlin Love. Elka back up front to Reinke. Now setting up Droik. Droik with the kill! In the back, out of the reach of LeBlanc. And the lead is 10. And Marathon will call another timeout. And we will step aside and we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this. Pacelli up big in the fourth set. You're watching high school volleyball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Realty.
Factory Direct Tire event at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service has the best tire prices, period. Through November 1st, get up to $200 back by online or mail-in rebate on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Quick commercial break. Made a Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madeacustom.com. And Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Elena Cashin serving for Pacelli. Cardinals took set one 25-19. Marathon responded 25-18. It's been all Pacelli so far in this third set. Marathon used their second and final timeout of this third set. Up LeBlanc up to Stencil. Now back Caitlin Love off of Elka. Reinke calls for it. Van Order gets it over. And we got a whistle. And a point for whatever that call. I'm thinking it looks like they signaled that maybe it didn't go the right direction. I don't really know. It was an interesting call. I don't even think Coach Gale knew what the call was. Either way, Katie LeBlanc serving, and that'll be sent long out of bounds. Lead right back to 10. So not much damage in terms of the deciding of the ruling on that play. Kaden Nelson will come in to serve for Pacelli. Nelson off of Heisey in the back. Stencil calls for it. Now set up Emma Love. Emma Love, and that's a kill for Emma Love. And a side out, and Marathon will get it back. Nelson will check out. Leofensky will also come out. As Brindley Stencil will serve. Here's Stencil. Line drive off of Elka. Reinke has to make an adjustment, and Droik there to clean it up. LeBlanc in the back. Stencil up top. Caitlin Love off of Elka. Saved. Reinke calls for it. Now gives it up. Droik off of LeBlanc. Somehow Emma Love got that over Reinke, and out of the reach of LeBlanc, and that lands in. And now Emma Reinke limping. We already saw Maven Schneider go down on Marathon. Now Coach Gale will have to use one of her timeouts. Shuta Funeral Services in Stevens Point and Plover is here to help you with all of your funeral needs with 2 convenient locations and a personal local touch. Let their experienced staff serve you and your family in your time of need. Learn more at shootafuneral.com. That's shootafuneral.com. We want to thank our game sponsors tonight. Lines and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dull Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Another chance to hear from our friends at Dull Automotive. The Dull family of vehicles has been earning 5-star reviews since 1911. Now we'd like to earn your 5-star review at our new Dull Honda and Dull Chrysler Dodge and Jeep Ram dealerships in Stevens Point. Come and see what keeps the 5-star reviews piling up at Dull Automotive and online at dullauto.com. Looks to be that Emma Reinke's okay. Still a little bit brisk, we'll just put it that way. Annie Vaughn serving for Pacelli. Cardinals up by 10. Pacelli trying to get a non-conference win to end the season. Marathon trying to win one of their final 2 non-conference games. Love, that ball was tipped and went off of Reinke, I believe. Yenter was also there. It's 20-11. And as I said, Marathon will be on the road next Tuesday, taking on the Indians in Mosinee. Caitlin Love serving. This is a big set, a serving round for Caitlin Love. Marathon wants any chance to get back in this third set. Reinke up to Yenter. LeBlanc in the back. Back up. Getting it over is Emma Love out of the reach of Annie Vaughn. She tried to save it. She couldn't get it over. 20-12. Caitlin Love again. And that'll be sent wide out of bounds. 21-12. Droik serving for Pacelli. Cardinals lead by 9. Droik into the net. In terms of seeding, it'll be interesting to see where they put Pacelli. They were 3 last year. They lost to Athens last year. It was a hard-fought game. He gets it back. Carpenter got it over. Carpenter gets back up, and it looks like Carpenter and Yenter both touched that one. It's 21-14. Give credit to Courtney Carpenter for just getting back up. Okay, up front to Reinke, now back. Carpenter makes an adjustment, and a kill for Courtney Carpenter out of the reach of Caitlin Love. 22-14. Here's Katie Elka. Line drive serve off the back. Center. And Helke sends one out of bounds. A little bit long on the corner. 23-14 Pacelli. And Cardinals closing in on a set 3 win. 2 points away. Elka again. Elka off of Caitlin Love. Brindley Stencil now back. Caitlin Love got it over. Dug out by Elka. Reinke has to make a long run for it. Carpenter got it over. LeBlanc in the back, back up to Stencil. Now sets up Helke, and she just couldn't get the right positioning on it, and it is going to be game point. For Pacelli here in set 3. Off of Caitlin Love. Now back to Caitlin Love, and that goes into the net, and set 3 goes to Pacelli. 1 set away from victory, 25-14. A good win for Pacelli in set 3. We'll take a commercial break and be back after these messages. You're watching High School Volleyball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Realty.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
About ready for set 4 here in Marathon City as Pacelli takes set 3. 25-14, they lead 2 sets to 1. Marathon trying to force a 5th set against the visitors from the CWC South. Pacelli trying to get a win on the road against the Merriwood South. South meets South. And I believe volleyball playoff seedings should be coming out pretty soon. They may already be out. I unfortunately just haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. And Little Scholars Beginnings are two beautiful child care and preschool facilities in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. Shelley led the entire way in set 3. And while Marathon led the entire way in set 2. So it's been a story of if you can get an early lead and build on it, could be the difference between a win and a loss for either team. Marathon trying to get this to a do-or-die 5th set. Trying to stay alive. Pacelli trying to end this one in 4. A JV coverage earlier. Marathon girls sweeping the Pacelli JV. Front, Stencil back, Emma Love, and it's blocked. And a point for Marathon. Line judge signaled Pacelli originally. It's 1-0 Marathon. Finley Stencil serving. Low looping serve, dug out by Vaughn. Reinke back. Yenter, a kill out of the reach of Heisey, and we're all even. Jaden Joik serving, and not enough on that one. Joik knew immediately that she did not get enough. And Marathon back on top, 2-1. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Off of Joik, Reinke back, and Yenter with a kill. All even at 2. Sorry, that was Fensky. I apologize. It was Fensky with the kill. Or no, sorry, Yenter just checked out. Fensky came in. There's Elka serving. Off of LeBlanc in the back. Up front, Stencil back. Emma Love. Emma Love off of Vaughn. Reinke calls for it, now back. Carpenter. Carpenter makes an adjustment and sends that one way long out of bounds. Emma Love will serve. Marathon on top, 3-2. Vaughn digs it out. Elka back to the center. And Fensky hits it over. Caitlin Love up to Stencil. And Kyla Heisey couldn't get enough. All even at 3. And Order will check out. Check in. Apparently I don't know the difference between in and out. Yikes. He got it over. Back and making an adjustment, and making the play is Helke. Marathon on top, 4-3. As Allison Pajanski will serve. Off a Carpenter up front. Reinke back, and Fensky finds the open space. As Cashin will serve for Pacelli. Courtney Carpenter will come out. We've seen that all night long. Seen that through most of the season, those two changing spots. Here's Cashin. And that'll be sent long out of bounds. Good play there by LeBlanc to let that one go. Marathon back on top, 5-4. As Reagan Martin comes in for Miley Helke. Kyla Heisey serving for Marathon. Elka in the back, up to Reinke. Reinke now sets up Droik. Pajaski. An adjustment off of Elka. Saved by Reinke, hits it back, and Elka can't get it over. Heisey off a cash into the front. Reinke now back, and there is Droik. Ball was tipped out of the reach of Pajaski. The lead back down to 1. Caden Nelson will serve. Nelson didn't get enough. It doesn't go over. Marathon back up by 2. Nelson will check out. Fensky will also check out. Yenter, Droik, Reinke, Van Order, Cashin, and Elka for Pacelli. LeBlanc serving for Marathon. Off of Elka in the back, up to Reinke. Reinke going to set up Yenter, and I don't even think she got that one over. 8-5 Marathon. Here's LeBlanc again. Off of Elka. Reinke. What a placement! Heisey let that one go, and it landed right in front of the line. 8-6. You can't place that any better than Emma Reinke just did. As Van Order will come out. Annie Vaughn will come back in. Stencil up front, now back. Emma Love. Ball was tipped. Elka back to the center. Reinke going to set up Droik. Droik, ball was tipped at the line. In the back, Heisey, Pajaski, and it's blocked. Yenter and Reinke lead down to 1. Vaughn serving. Vaughn off of LeBlanc. Caitlin Love back. Emma Love got it over, and that'll be sent long out of bounds. And we are all even at 8. 3-0 scoring run for Mosinee. They've tied it up. And it doesn't get over for Annie Vaughn. Marathon regains the lead at 9-8. And Brindley Stencil will serve for the Red Raiders. Pacelli took the first set. Marathon took the second set. Pacelli took the third set. Low serve dug out by Cashin. Droik up front to Elka, got it over. In the center. Back. Emma Love, ball was tipped. Saved by Vaughn. Reinke got it over off the hands of Love. And it drops between 4 Red Raiders. Yikes. As Courtney Carpenter will come in from Elena Cashin. Jaden Droik will serve for Pacelli, all even at 9. Here's Droik. Got it over. Off of Heisey. Back. Emma Love blocked. LeBlanc in the back. Stencil. Back. Caitlin Love blocked. Stencil again, and it hits the post. Defense stepping up there by Reinke and Carpenter. Yenter also was there. And Pacelli has their first lead of the 4th set. It's 10-9. Droik again. Off of Caitlin Love up to Stencil. Now back. Emma Love. Emma Love snuck it through Reinke and Yenter. And we are tied at 10. No team is largest lead for Marathon has been 3. Largest lead for Pacelli was that 10-9 lead that they just relinquished. Caitlin Love off of Annie Vaughn. High hit off the ceiling. Elka. Reinke got it over. Wow. Seen some great plays from both teams tonight. Heisey low serve off of Carpenter up to Reinke, and Elka got it over. Back. Emma Love. Emma Love. Ball was tipped. Droik back to the center. Vaughn calls for it. Now we'll set up Carpenter, and Carpenter gets it over. Love. Stencil. Back. Kyla Heisey. Ball was tipped. Vaughn calls for it. Reinke again. Now to the left side. Carpenter makes an adjustment. Can't get it over. And Marathon has the lead back. Good rally between the two teams there. Marathon on top, 11-10. Back and forth we go so far in the 4th set. Hit over off of Droik. Reinke set it up for Yenter, and she couldn't get it over. Good defense there by Marathon. Heisey and Love. It's Caitlin Love serving again. 12-10 Marathon. Got it over off of Elka. Reinke going to set up Carpenter. Carpenter, ball was tipped at the line. Saved. Back row. And Heisey gets it over. Droik up front. Reinke finds the open space and puts it down. Katie Elka serving. Reinke, Carpenter, and Fensky at the front. And Elka sends one long. Good play by LeBlanc to let that one go. As Love. Vaughn up front, Reinke back to Carpenter. Carpenter into the net. The lead is 3 for Marathon. Love again. Off of Droik. Elka calls for it, back to the center, and Fensky gets it over. Putting it up, and way long by Helke. A little too much oomph on that one from Miley Helke. As Vaughn will check out, Van Order will come in. Reinke serves. Cardinals trail by 2. Heisey up front, hit over by Stenzel. Elka to the center, Reinke back, Van Order, and somehow saved by Stenzel. LeBlanc up to Pajaski. Pajaski off the top of the net, saved by Elka to the center. Droik up to Van Order. Reinke will call for it. Elka in the center. Now sets up Carpenter. Carpenter, ball was tipped. Carpenter got it over. Heisey back to Stenzel. Now back to Heisey. Heisey blocked. Heisey hits it back. Caitlin Love. Pajaski gets it over. Elka to the center. Reinke now to the left. Carpenter can't get it over. And the lead is 3. As Allison Pajaski will now serve for Marathon. They had to figure out for a second who was going to serve for the Red Raiders. 15-12. Marathon trying to force a 5th set. Off of Droik up to the center to Reinke. Reinke going to set up Fensky. Off of Pajaski in the back. Stenzel. And good adjustment there by Heisey. Reinke. Carpenter blocked. Helke and Stenzel. Miley Helke was the first one to make contact. Stenzel there to help out. And it's 16-12. Chesky serving again. Now got by Elka up the front to Reinke. Now sets it back. Carpenter makes an adjustment off LeBlanc. Pajaski calls for it. And Helke can't get it. No, sorry, that was actually Stenzel. Helke and Stenzel in the same vicinity. As Cashin will come in to serve and Carpenter will come out. Lead is 3. Chelly has only led once in this 4th set. It was a 10-9 lead. Cashin, dug out by LeBlanc, up to Stenzel. She'll set up. Caitlin Love got it over. I think that was tipped. That's why. Here's Van Order off of LeBlanc. Stenzel sets up. Caitlin Love sent wide. And now they changed the ruling. Originally it was Pacelli. And they changed the ruling again. That looked close once again. I could have seen that going either way. As Marathon leads by 4. Kyla Heisey will serve. Heisey off a Cashin in the back. Reinke back to the center. Elka calls for it. And Elka gets it over. Back. And Martin is blocked. Pajaski and Stenzel gets it over. Cashin to the center. Reinke has to make a long adjustment. She snuck it in. Wow. Snuck it with the little space she had in the top right corner. And it's 17-14. Kaden Nelson will serve. Nelson got it over. And Love. That was Martin setting it back to Love. Cashin. Left side. Droik ball was tipped. LeBlanc there to clean it up. Stenzel. Caitlin Love is blocked. Droik back to the center. Cashin. Back. Van Order makes an adjustment. Hits it over. There's Caitlin Love back to the center to Stenzel. Right back to Caitlin Love. Soft hit. Reinke back to the center. Cashin back. Van Order got it over. Saved by Pajaski. Getting it over is Caitlin Love out of the reach of Kaden Nelson. And Marathon back up by 4. And Katie LeBlanc will serve for the Red Raiders. LeBlanc off of Van Order up to Reinke. Reinke sets up Yenter. Ball was tipped. Heisey, Caitlin Love. Pajaski's got to get it over. She does. Reinke sets up. Droik sent long out of bounds. And the lead is 5. LeBlanc off of Elka, up front to Reinke, now back, Van Order. LeBlanc clears it up in the back. Emma Love can't make an adjustment, almost ran into Brindley Stencil. The lead for Van Order checks out, Vaughn comes in. Vaughn serving. Off of Caitlin Love, Stencil sets up Emma Love, she's blocked. Stencil gives Caitlin Love a chance to get it over. She does. Reinke hits it over. Saved by Caitlin Love. Emma Love saved by Cashin in the back. No one there. Out of the reach of Annie Vaughn. It was a tough play for Cashin to make. Lead is 5 once again for Marathon. Stencil serving and sent long out of bounds. 20-16. That doesn't help Marathon when you're trying to close this one out. Try to get it to a 5th set. Helps if you're Pacelli, a quick side out after losing a tough point. Here's Droik. Droik got it over, dug out by LeBlanc. Stencil sets up Emma Love. Emma Love, soft hit, dug out by Elka. Reinke gets it over. Caitlin Love there to clean it up. There's Emma Love, soft hit. Carpenter back to the center. Reinke now to the left. Carpenter got it over off of Heisey. High hit off the ceiling, near the ceiling, I should say. Caitlin Love off of Droik. Saved by Reinke. Elka got it over. Emma Love is blocked by Caitlin Yenter. Caden Droik will serve. Cardinals trail by 3. Droik got it over off LeBlanc. Stencil sets up Caitlin Love, sent long out of bounds. And Marathon will take a timeout. Pacelli chipping away in set 4. Marathon trying to stay alive and force a decisive 5th set. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back after this.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
20-18 Marathon leading in the 4th set. Red Raiders trying to force a 5th set. And Zaleski Sports presentation of volleyball brought to you by Hawk Favor Realty. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Nicolay Bank. They offer personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, where you can learn more about them at nicolaybank.com. Guardians hang on, force a game 5, beat the Tigers 5-4 at Comerica Park. LeBlanc sets up Stencil. Emma Love with a kill. That timeout helped there. Yankees lead the Royals 2-0 in the top of the 6th. The Yankees have a chance to advance. As Stencil was about to serve, she was out of rotation. It'll be Caitlin Love to serve. And Pacelli gets a point. Wow. All right. So that hurts. You get that kill and that great play by Emma Love, but a little bit of a miscue from the Red Raiders. Elka will serve, trailing by 2. LeBlanc lets it go, and it goes long. Katie LeBlanc, I think, wanted to hit it. She made the right decision by not. Lead is 3. Emma Love. And that is sent long. So back-to-back serves sent long. And Emma Reinke will come up. This is a big round of serves for the Pacelli Cardinals. Reinke. High hit. Off. LeBlanc. Helke gets it over. Reinke trying to set up Fensky. Fensky saved by LeBlanc, but it goes out of the reach. And it's a 1-point game. Heck of a play there by Katie LeBlanc to try and save it. And now Marathon will take their second and final timeout of this 4th set. They're clinging to a lead, trying to get this one to a 5th set. They have led mostly throughout the entire set. Pacelli led 10-9. That's the only lead the Cardinals have had. Largest lead for Marathon has been 5. As I said, there will be a Game 5 at Progressive Field in Cleveland on Saturday. And there may be a Game 5 at Yankee Stadium. We'll see. Right now, it looks like the Yankees, the game ended right now. Yankees would be either hosting the ALCS, will be hosting the ALCS no matter what, actually. They are the top seed in the AL. But if Kansas City wins, they will either host Detroit and have home field advantage throughout the ALCS, or they will travel to Cleveland. But Royals got to try to win an elimination game first. But we're still here. 22-21. Reinke off LeBlanc in the back. Up to Stenzel. Stenzel now sets it back. Caitlin Love sends that one long, and we are all tied at 22. And Marathon has just not found the right spots for their hits these past couple of rounds. Here's Reinke. Off of Caitlin Love. Stenzel now sets up. Helke off of Reinke back to the center. Elka calls for it. And saved. Long run, and there's no one there. Pacelli has the lead. Caitlin Love hit that one, and Katie LeBlanc just had no way to get to that one. And it is a completely different game now, and we are having some communication issues, I think. As Marathon led 20-15. Pacelli on an 8-2 scoring run. Reinke. And that drops! And it is match point. LeBlanc and Heisey just let that one drop between them. And just too many mistakes being made by the Red Raiders tonight. Marathon trying to stay alive. Here's Reinke again. Reinke off of Caitlin Love. Stenzel sets up Kyla Heisey. It was blocked, but it lands up Pacelli's side. And Marathon will stay alive for another point, 24-23. And sophomore Allison Pajaski will serve for Marathon. Pajaski off of Carpenter. Tough play for Reinke to the center. Elka got it over. Pajaski up to Stenzel. Stenzel sets up Helke. It was tipped and it lands. And we will play to 26. Went off of Fensky. A big play for Miley Helke. Here's Pajaski. Pajaski off of Elka in the back, up to Reinke. Reinke hits it over, saved by Caitlin Love. Stenzel now back. Kyla Heisey, soft hit. Reinke to the center to Elka, now back. Van Order soft hit, saved. They got it over on that one hit. Elka retreats, now gets it up to Carpenter. Carpenter into the net, and Marathon has the lead, 25-24. And now Pacelli will call a timeout, and it is game point for Marathon. What a entertaining 4th set this has been. Pacelli was one set away from finishing this one off. Now Marathon a point away from forcing a fifth set. Again, as you all probably know, a fifth set in volleyball is only to 15. Pacelli trying to at least get this one to 27 points. That's what they need to do right now. Again, you have to win by 2 in volleyball. Again, as I said, these are two teams very similar. Again, same spots in their conference, similar records. Pacelli 17-10, Marathon 15-9. Pajaski will serve again. Trying to get this one to a fifth set. Crowd on their feet. A lot of noise here in this gym. Here we go. Pajaski off of Elka up front to Reinke. She calls for it. Now sets up Droik in the back. Droik dug out by Caitlin Love. Stencil back. High Z finds the corner. We're going to set 5. All right, we are going to set 5. We'll be back after this. Marathon wins it 26-24. As we'll take a commercial break. You're watching High School Volleyball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Realty.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Set 5, do or die here in Marathon City. Pacelli took set 1, 25-19. Marathon responded 25-18 in set 2. Set 3, Pacelli was all over Marathon 25-14. And last set came down to the wire 26-24. Marathon outlast Pacelli despite Pacelli having a chance at match point. They led 24-22. 4 unanswered points when they needed it most for Marathon. As crowd is riled up, and they have every right to be. A lot of noise in this gym. There were a lot of noise on that last point as Brindley Stencil will serve for Marathon to start the 5th set again. This is a 15-point set, or however many points it takes for either team to win by 2. And a good turnout here. It's not a far drive from Stevens Point, only about 45 minutes. So waiting just like Coach Gale needed to communicate something with the officials. Fensky will come out. Here we go. Set 5 about ready to get underway. Brindley Stencil will serve. And off of Elka up front. Reinke makes an adjustment back, and we got a whistle. And wow, all right. Caitlin Love ran into the net. She can't believe it. 1-0 Pacelli. So after all that, with the amount of noise being made, that is how the first point is scored. As Annie Vaughn will come in. No matter what, either team can look at this and say they had a chance to close this one out, especially Pacelli in that last set. 24-22, and they couldn't get it done. Here's Emma Love. Ball was tipped. That goes out of bounds. Doesn't matter. It was tipped to the line. We're all even. And if this was a play, again, this has got the feeling of a playoff matchup. Again, as I said, these teams won't meet in the playoffs, but it still has that feel to it, how competitive these two teams have been against each other tonight. Caitlin Love over. Vaughn sets up Reinke, now back. Yenter with the kill. Speed and power makes for a good kill in volleyball. Cashin will come out. Carpenter will come in. Pacelli. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2-1 Pacelli, not Marathon. It's hard when you're working by yourself. Here's Droik serving. On the left side. Heisey back to Emma Love. Off Vaughn. Reinke back. Yenter's blocked. Elka to the back. Reinke now sets up Carpenter. Carpenter. Let's say, I don't think that got over. They wanted a block. It was really close. And we're all even at 2, and now the officials are getting together. We'll see what the call is. I don't know. It looked kind of close, like they had their hands up, and they're signaling Marathon point. Oh, wow, they changed it. All right, they wave it off. First 2 officials signaled, again, they checked. The line judge went and talked to the other referee. They signaled, 2 referees got together. They signaled Marathon after the original ruling. Then they talked to the line judge, and the line judge said there was a tip, and they changed the call. I'm not going to add a point yet, and they will instead just keep it at 2-1. So we will just replay the point. That's probably actually the right call in that scenario. Again, it was really close. Here's Droik. Off of Heisey in the back. Caitlin Love back to the center. LeBlanc calls for it, gets it over. Vaughn up front to Reinke. Now sets up Yenter. Yenter sends that one wide out of bounds. And now, after all of that, the score goes back to 2-2. Emma Love will serve for Marathon. Dug out by Droik, and Reinke tried to find some open space, almost was successful. Sent over by Martin. Droik up to Reinke, and Yenter can't make an adjustment, but they get it back. It was blocked. Elka gets it over in the back. Love, and there is a tip. Helke got it over. Reinke sets up Yenter. Yenter, ball was tipped. Heisey to the back. Emma Love got it over. Elka up to Reinke, now back. Carpenter, ball was tipped. Love in the back. And Martin with a kill. And Marathon does take the lead. It's 3-2. Freshman Reagan Martin making a difference tonight. And Emma Love sends it right into the net. And that's not what you wanted as Marathon, after that great rally, to take the lead. even up the score at 3-3. And Katie Elka will serve for Pacelli from behind the line, the libero. Here's Elka. Low hit, dug out by Heisey. And Caitlin Love got it over. Good adjustment on that hit by Caitlin Love. Reinke back. Carpenter. Carpenter sends that one long out of bounds. And Marathon has the lead back. Again, you have a feeling this is going to be back and forth. I haven't seen a lot of 15.5, a lot of Game 5 15-point sets that have been real blowouts. And that's short. Wow. Reagan Martin, that is the second time in a row that Marathon has won a point after a long rally, and then they immediately side it out on a short serve or a serve into the net. All even at 4, and Emma Reinke will serve for the Cardinals. Reinke off of Caitlin Love. Stencil sets up Love. High hit. Elka sends it back up to Reinke. Reinke now gives it up. Droik got it over. Dug out. Stencil sets up Heisey. Heisey ball was tipped. Dug out by Droik. Reinke back. Gets it over. LeBlanc in the back. Up to Stencil. Stencil is going to set up Helke soft hit. Reinke in the back. Elka now gives it up. Droik looping hit. Dug out by LeBlanc. Helke and sending it over is Stencil. Reinke now back. Fensky dug out. Here's Heisey off of Elka. Back and forth we go. Reinke up. Carpenter off of Caitlin Love. Martin sets up Heisey. Sends it wide out of bounds. Wow. No matter who wins that, it's a deflating. It's 5-4 Pacelli. Reinke will serve. Off of Caitlin Love, high hit. Stencil now sends it back. Caitlin Love makes an adjustment. Off of Elka, Reinke. Van Order makes an adjustment. A soft hit, Stencil. Back to Caitlin Love, and Stencil gets it over. Elka up front. Reinke to Fensky, and they wanted a tip. Again, this is the second, and now they call a tip. The call has changed. They called Marathon point originally, and Pacelli parents wanted a tip. Coach Gale confirmed with the line judge, and the call was changed. Pacelli leads 6-4. In the back, Heisey. Stencil back to Heisey. Here's Droik on the back. Reinke now sets up Carpenter. Carpenter off of Caitlin Love. Here is Helke. Helke was blocked, and Reinke. Van Order saved it, and Droik gets it over. Marathon almost celebrated. They thought they had a point, and now they do. Kyla Heisey. If you really paid attention, the Red Raiders almost celebrated. They thought they had it. Yeah, and Pacelli got it back over, but Kyla Heisey cleans it up, and she does, in fact, get a point for Marathon. They trail 6-5. Heisey, low looping serve, dug out by Droik. Reinke back, and Elka sends that one long, and we are tied at 6. Just a little too much on that one. Here's Kyla Heisey. Senior night here in Marathon City. Heisey off of Elka, up front to Reinke. Reinke sets up Carpenter. She's blocked, but that goes out of bounds. That was Helke and Love, but Pacelli does take the lead back, 7-6. Cashin will come in to serve. Courtney Carpenter will check out. And really, while this game does not matter in terms of conference standings, it could play an impact on playoff standings. We will see. Back to the cell. What a play by Caitlin Love. Found the right spot. 7-7. Katie LeBlanc will serve. LeBlanc off of Droik. Up to Reinke. Reinke makes an adjustment. Van Order. Off a Stencil. Emma Love makes an adjustment, and the Red Raiders have the lead. And now Coach Gale will call a timeout. 8-7, Marathon on top. What a good game we got going on right now. Back after this with Marathon on top in the 5th set. You're watching high school volleyball, sponsored by Hoff Favor Realty.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at madeacustom.com.
8-7 Pacelli trailing Marathon here on Zaleski Sports. A great game so far tonight. Pacelli took set 1, Marathon took set 2, Pacelli took set 3. Marathon rallied and won a thrilling set 4, and we got the makings of a great 5th set. Marathon leads by 1, 8-7, as Katie LeBlanc, off of Katie Elka. Reinke back, Droik makes an adjustment, off of Caitlin Love. Heisey back, Martin gets it over. Reinke back to Elka. Elka is going to set up Droik, had to make an adjustment. Here is Emma Love. Emma Love blocked out of the reach of Fensky. That's a good defensive play by Leah Fensky, but just too much on that hit from Emma Love, and it kind of just turned her around. It's a 2-point lead for Marathon, and those are just big points. LeBlanc off of Elka in the back. Reinke got it over. Heisey. Stencil. Caitlin Love off of Reinke. Elka calls for it. Now back. And Droik into the net. 10-7. Wow. What a game this has been. Coach Gale still has a timeout. And Cashin tried to save it and went out of bounds. I don't know if she would have been better letting that one go, but it's tough to say. That would have been really close. Probably would have been in had she let it go. Here is LeBlanc. 11-7. Dug out by Droik. Reinke now back. And Fensky sends it long. 5-point lead for Marathon. 7-0 scoring run. Off of Droik, up to Reinke, now back. Van Order. Van Order with a kill. That is a big point for Pacelli. I apologize. It was actually a 6-0 scoring run for Marathon that ends there. And this is a big round of serves for Kaden Nelson. She's had a little bit of difficulty tonight from behind the line. 12-8. Here we go. Nelson, high hit, off of Heisey in the back, up to Stencil. Stencil trying to set up Emma Love. Ball was tipped. Nelson hits it back. Reinke and Droik got it over. LeBlanc, Stencil back. Caitlin Love. Ball was tipped. Saved by Droik. Reinke gets it up. Cashin. Love, Stencil back. Caitlin Love. Caitlin Love blocked. Heisey and wow, that should have been a double hit. And Reinke off of LeBlanc, and that is a point for Pacelli. That should have been a double hit. Marathon got away with one there, but that's sometimes just how it goes. But it is 12-9. Here's Nelson again. Nelson saved by Heisey. Up. Love. Ball was tipped and a kill for Emma Love. 13-9. A big point for Marathon. Finley Stencil off Van Order to the front. Reinke back. Yenter. Ball was tipped to the line. Heisey. LeBlanc. Caitlin Love. Saved by Elka. Yenter. Droik got it over. Emma Love to Stencil. Back. Emma Love blocked. Save for the moment, and it is. Emma Love puts it down. Match point for Marathon. I got 4 match points to work with. Here we go. Off of Elka. Reinke. And a double hit, and Marathon wins it. Still waiting for the call. Coach Gale doesn't agree. We're still waiting on it. And a jump ball, and we're okay. We're not done yet. Wow. That is I don't think I've ever seen these many jump points and redos in a game. That's a third one tonight. Here we go. Stenzel off of Elka. Reinke back. Zroik, soft hit, blocked. Reinke back. Yenter gets it. Yenter into the net! And now Marathon wins it. Marathon, what a win for the Red Raiders. As Marathon wins their home finale on senior night. What a great game between two really good teams. As coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. We'll try to see how long this senior night thing is. We may have a coach interview. I'd really love to talk to a coach after that kind of game. Again, Marathon wins it in 5 sets, 15-9, the final in set 5. We'll take a commercial break. Be back after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And she can swing and she can block. And so that's been a long time that we've been looking forward to having somebody like that. So we want to recognize that. We have a treat for you, and then as a treat from us, we want you to give you some marathon gear. So we have that coming for you. So you will receive some kind of marathon gear. We'll talk about that later with the choose, okay? Give them a hand, please. All right, our 3 seniors right now. We're going to recognize Kyla Heisey, we're going to recognize Chen Ping Pakatong, and Katie LeBlanc.
Dear Kyla, playing with you this season has created so many new memories on and off the court that we all cherish and will never forget as you move on to a new chapter of your life. Although your senior season is far from over, I'd like to let you know how proud the coaches and your teammates are of all your successes and your accomplishments you've had. For example, being the only girl on the team to be posted on the Stratford's Instagram page of getting smoked in the face by a hit. Next year won't be the same without you, and I will miss having someone telling me to shut up when I start singing and dancing to the most randomest of songs at practice or in the classroom. Wishing you the best. Love, Miley.
Katie, you are the superstar in the back row. You might not be the one spiking the ball, even though we all know you could, but you are the one who makes sure that people don't end up face first in the gym floor. You have mastered dodging and folding like a chair for volleyballs that are going out. The sound effects you make during practices and games will be missed. Thank you also for laughing at anything that anyone says, even if it's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. I will miss you very much next year in the back row. We can't wait to see what you do in the future. Dear Piggy, when our time in volleyball together started 5 years ago, I never thought I'd be giving your senior speech, because to be very honest, I thought you didn't like me. But now I can say I will miss you more than you will ever know. Thank you for being my setter from the beginning, putting up with my crazy requests for where to put the sets, like the 1.5, bugging me at lunch to pepper with you in the gym when I really don't want to, and playing volleyball with me at my church, even when there is a tornado warning. A big piece of our team will be missing next year on and off the court. We have been sparked together for a long time, and I'll miss it next year. Thank you for everything you have done, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. I love you a lot.
We as a coaching staff just want to express our gratitude for our seniors. These 3 girls have put in a lot of time. They've been on our court for a long time. And I will miss them, and we will all miss them. So they have been a great role model for our kids on the court, working hard. Couldn't ask for better seniors. Give them one more hand. Thank you very much. On a side note, we couldn't have done that game without all of you. So, that was awesome. Good night.
No, it's all right. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's totally up to you. You're a coach. It's far more important who you choose. I know it's hard. Pick one.
Hey, seniors, come on over.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, so it's okay. So it's number 6, 8, and 15.
Yeah, King. I can introduce them if you want.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Hey, here's Tyler, come on.
You just move over just a little bit to the right. I just want to make sure you guys are in the camera. It's all right if I'm not. It's far more important they're on the camera than me. Here, you're Coach Snyder, right?
No, I'm Love.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, sorry. All right, so I'll just start with you, Coach. Obviously, it was a really crazy game tonight. A lot of things you just don't see a lot in volleyball on a consistent basis. We'll just put it that way. Obviously, there were some times where momentum was shifting for both sides, sometimes for you guys in a good way, sometimes for them in other ways. What was just kind of set in those timeouts that you had to take in those big situations, I guess?
Well, I think to give some context to this match tonight, first of all, our senior setter got hurt, and so we were without her, and we're trying to manage the 5-1, 6-2, so we chose a 6-2. And then in the middle of a set tonight, we lost our other setter. And so we had to go back to that 5-1. And we had to have a freshman and a sophomore who haven't been giving us much time step up and help us win. And if I can say anything to our girls, this was the epitome of teamwork, because it took everybody. It took all of our girls fulfilling their roles, all of our coaches trying to keep everything straight. It was definitely a team win.
All right, I'll ask you a question, and it may be an emotional question. Obviously, senior night, heard you get a little emotional during the senior, but what have these three girls been able to bring to this team just over the course of these last 4 years, and what are you going to miss the most about them being on the team, I guess?
So these three girls, yes, they have been with us for a long time and been with us a long time at this level. And I would say what I'm going to miss most is seeing them every day at practice. The stuff that they bring to practice, the conversations, the work, the drive, the urgency that they can bring, that is what we will miss. They have been so good at accepting all of our younger players, and that's not always the case. And so they will be missed greatly.
All right, thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. All right, so we got Shenpeng Pakatong. Oh, I got to get my Kyla Heisey and Katie LeBlanc. There we go. She was going to introduce you, and I knew I was going to do it wrong. Okay, so obviously you guys knew that the Pacelli defense blocking was a big part tonight, especially the kills like by Yenter and all that stuff. The defensive presence really increased later throughout the game. What adjustments did you guys feel like you made personally throughout the game to just improve on that end? Whoever wants to take it.
I think at the beginning we were kind of very low and it was quiet and we didn't have as much energy, but as we went through the game and with the injuries, it gave us motivation to keep on fighting and persevere through the game, so that built up a bunch of energy and adrenaline for us to keep pushing.
Obviously, you got one more regular season game before the playoffs here at Mosinee next Tuesday. They got a good program there. What do you guys need to build on from tonight and just improve upon even going into the next game after tonight's win, I guess?
I would say bringing energy and being ready for anything, just being prepared.
Obviously, I asked Coach what she's going to miss about you guys, but what lessons and what skills have you guys built just being on this team for these last couple of years? A tough question, but just a interesting one, I guess.
Mind says yes, body says go.
All right, that's all I got. So what we do is usually we'll have one person say they're in the house, but if you guys just want to say you're the Marathon seniors and we're in the house, I'll count you guys down. 3, 2, 1.
We're Marathon seniors and we're in the house.